and welcome to Who Knew? This is another set of installments. This year, Carnival and Valentine's Day intersect in a big way. It's Carnival Friday, Saturday this year. Saturday.
Yeah.
Carnival Saturday this year. Since COVID, me and dates not friends. And we thought it would be a really good opportunity to talk about Carnival and love, or love in the Carnival space. And this might sound familiar to some people, might not sound familiar. But I'm joined today with Chrison Joseph, and I like to say your full name, Chrison Seraphim Joseph, right? Who also works with me in the Masters of Arts and Carnival Studies as our program coordinator, but also our Calypso expert extraordinaire.
Not just that's crazy.
And it's not that crazy. Your legacy. Yeah, legacy Calypsonian, so it makes sense to me anyway. And I thought it would be really interesting to start with one of the most obvious places that we hear love themes or can recognize love, romantic love, and otherwise, which would be in the music, in Calypso, soca, and so on. So I thought it would be good to have him on to start the conversation about Carnival love, talking about Carnival love music. First question really is, if you were going to give somebody a romantic Calypso playlist,
Right.
what would you recommend?
Wow. So I guess it depends on what you think romance is. There's some romantic themes that are very much about someone professing love to someone else. Some romantic themes are a little more erotic. It could be, about lovemaking. Some would just be about meeting somebody in a party and you're cooking and having that. I think the song for me that is quintessential romance and calypso comes from Baron. This Soca is for you. Baron, this Soca is for you. I mean, obviously Baron's voice is quite melodic and soothing, and it lends to love. It lends to that romantic feeling. But the lyrics in the song are also, I mean, these are the lyrics that you need to be using when you're talking to her. The things that this man saying to whoever this person is like, yeah, but this man really loves this woman. You can't get past it. Says it. If I should die, or if I should live for 100 years, the only one I want to spend my life is with you. I'm saying, really, can't be that. True. So Baron is numero uno. In that same realm, and some people might question whether this is a calypso. Question that on your own time. I'm saying Freetown Collective, Space for Our Hearts. No words.
Yeah.
That, like Baron is just straight lyrics. It's like, wait, like anybody could get it. Freetown, you can tell that Muhammad is a poet. Like, the lyricism is a lot less lyrics, but it's real potent. So that's what's up to there in terms of romance. More erotic stuff. My number one is from The Merchants alongside his many time collaborator, Ray Holman. Plenty Loving. Plenty Loving. So Plenty Loving is calypso at its best because it's like it's jumpy, it's bouncing, it's moving, but yet somehow it is so sexy. How are they doing this? Right? And it's not just the lyrics, like actually the music itself, despite being bouncy, is like somehow real soothing and romantic.
You have to bounce together with someone.
You can't bounce by yourself. The things this one, so the idea in the Plenty Loving is that there's a woman somewhere that Matrons is reaching out to because he understands all. She reached out to him actually because she's at home, she's all alone, and her husband has died. This is a booty call. This song is a booty call. The woman somehow, usually the booty call is from a man, but no, men write the songs, so the booty call is from a woman, right? And she is reaching out to tell this man, at home, I really lonely. And he's like, don't worry, I can take care of you. Yeah, love it.
And it sounds like a superficial topic to talk about calypso love songs, but I find we need to broaden our understanding of the themes calypso can tackle, and that, as Trinidadians, as Trinbagonians, we can tackle it all, we can talk about it all, and in a way that is moving. We don't have to look outside, we don't have to look anywhere, and part of the reason for doing this web series is because there are a lot of little nuggets in Trinidad and Tobago in our culture that, for better or for worse, we either ignore or don't even know.
Yeah.
Right? So, for example, someone might say love songs in calypso, and we would go all the way back to like 30s, the Kiss Kitty Trio.
Sure. It just came to mind.
Yeah.
It's not all the way back to the Kiss Kitty Trio, but the song just jumps into my head is the Mighty Bomber. As a calypso for Gloria. So he's singing this song to Gloria. He's asking her to get married. Marry me, Gloria. Darling, can't you see, Gloria? And he's just telling her. So there's a lot of similes, which is, I don't know if you've ever tried to Google or search on YouTube for Trini men pickup lines. Trini men pickup lines is a series of similes and metaphors, like I love you like a fat kid like cake, and I'm kind of stripness, only with more Trinidadian undertones. So he's literally written a calypso full of those Trini pickup lines that he's singing to Gloria to get her to marry him. Yeah, I mean, calypso, for whatever reason, has started to be accepted as something very narrow, when calypso has always been an expression of every single facet of life. Nothing can escape calypso. And as much as we're being sold on the idea that what is happening in calypso now is narrow, it's really not. If you actually are out there looking for the music, it's everywhere. And it is exploring the depth and the breadth of who we are.
Yeah. As you were talking about Bomber song, I remember Sprinter, Bachelor.
Oh, right.
And it does kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? But that is one of the best lines. My coconut water.
In the morning.
You understand?
On a
Sunday evening. You must have salad. You understand? You must have salad on a Sunday evening. And if there's one takeaway from a conversation like this, is how much we could look at ourselves, right? And how much insight we offer ourselves if we just listen to our own music, right? Listen to our own people tell stories, that kind of thing.
Bomber. Clearly he's on my mind. Rest in peace. He won a calypso one after the calypso. Jonah and James. Literally chronicling. This is the story of me meeting my wife as a young boy, us growing up, staying in love until we got married. A love song, calypso monarch.
Yes. That's sure that would happen today. But all that is possible, but let's pretend not to be political, so maybe we'll go that far. But you did raise a good point, when you said debate if it's a calypso on your own time.
Yeah.
But what framework should we be using to debate whether or not it's a calypso?
So, there are two things that I like to look at when I'm considering is what I'm receiving, is it a calypso? Maybe two and a half. So the one is I have in my mind a very, for want of a better term, classical understanding of the tenets of calypso. So these are the tenets of calypso. These things have to be present, and I can say yes, calypso. Among them would be certain rhyme schemes, would be the measurement of lines is consistent, would be what else? The song itself having certain call and response would be one of the things that we look for. We look for things like satire. So, the mechanics of it are this makes it calypso. It's in 2/2, those things. But outside of those tenets, those classical understandings, I always say, does the writer say the calypso? That's it. If you tell me, especially as a Trinidadian or a West Indian, you tell me I wrote a calypso, I'm not telling you that's not calypso. I'm not doing it. Right? Because what calypso sounded like in the 30s is different from what it sounded like in the 40s, in the 50s, in the 60s. What you just wrote, sir, may not fit into my understanding of this is calypso. Well, 10 years from now, that could be what everybody's singing and calling calypso. So I'm not telling you that's not calypso. I don't think. When they enter the people in them competition, they might grade you based on what their understanding of calypso is. But you should not allow your creativity to be what's it not for? Curtailed by the opinions of experts.
Yes. Speaking as your protest expert.
Right.
Ultimately, what we ring fence as calypso, if it's in the rubric or if it's in our general understanding, won't stop the music from evolving. And that is certainly not our intention anyway, to stop the music from evolving, because calypso is the voice of the people, and it is not just our political voice or social voice, it's our love voice. And we need to remember to listen to our own love voice. Stop.
This is the place to be, to learn about history. This is the place to be, to gain cultural identity. This is the place to be, research building our legacy. Carnival belongs to all our we. This is the place to be. Discover what's possible in UTT's Master of Arts in Carnival Studies.